What's going on, y'all? So today I wanted to quickly get on here and talk to y'all about my most recent experience of being saved again, and my most recent walk with God. Um, and it's kind of plays a part as to why I've been taking a break from YouTube, and just trying to figure things out, get my thought process together, just plan out my life, plan out what I want to do within the next couple of months, within just this whole year in general. I'm gonna quickly dive into this little story time. This is something a little new. Um, so if you guys want me to explore my personal relationship with God, give you guys advice on things like that, feel free to hit me up, comment it, and I'll be more than happy to do it because, like I said, I don't know, I've just been feeling, just really recently, I've been feeling this is like really, really heavy on my heart to like go ahead and share, because the past few days, past few weeks of my life has turned, like past 1 week actually, has everything has been turning around for the better. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this actually starts off, I want to say this started off around October of 2024, October through December. And we're right now currently in February. So starting from October to December. These last 3 months of the year of 2024 was turning into a very, very rough patch in my life, strictly because I was starting to get fixated with the world. I wasn't really taking care of my spirit man, taking care of my personal and spiritual relationship with God. I was kind of just like a lot more down to earth than I should be. I was down here thinking about, money, thinking about people. I was thinking about everything. So yeah, the last few months of the year, like I was saying before I got distracted, was a very rough patch. Like I said, I was being extremely down to earth, and I was just basically just fixated on the wrong things in life, and I lost my way, and I felt that too. I spiritually felt like those last 3 months of the year I was starting to lose my touch with God, and I'm gonna explain why. So starting in October, I got a second job. I was working at Amazon, and the reason why I started to become a problem is because I was working every Sunday, meaning I wasn't going to church, and with me working literally every single day of the week with 2 jobs, I literally had I didn't make, I'm not going to say I didn't have time, but I didn't make any time to spend with the Lord like I have been. Like before I started working at Amazon, before I got 2 jobs, I was still going to church, and if I wasn't going to church, I was always still making sure I was reading the word. I was still making sure I was studying the word, listening to gospel music. I was basically taking care of myself to make sure I still had a good relationship with God before I got to Amazon. And when I got to Amazon, all of that switched. And technically that's not really Amazon's fault. It's just, like I said, it was just a lot going on, especially when me working 2 jobs. I didn't make the time that I had before to seek God. Like I said, I was working every Sunday, literally in the entire day from 7:30 to 6, and then when peak season started in December, 6:30 to 6. So I was working 10 to 11 and a half hour shifts the whole day, come home, not get in my word, not do none of that. And then the days I was off at Amazon, I was working at my second job, and I was working all day there, so I still wasn't seeking God. But the main problem was, and as you guys can guess, in that time frame, I was really, really money hungry. I didn't care about nothing else. I didn't care about nothing in this world except money. I was trying to make sure my money was on top of my game. I was trying to make sure all the bills are paid for. My car payments was caught up. I was making sure everything was good. I was making sure that I was chasing the bag. That's all I was fixated on. It's like it's like a saying, it's to living my life on the money hunt. That's literally how I was living my life. I didn't care about none of that. I was still praying, of course, but it didn't really have as much value and meaning to it because I was just fixated on, okay, bet I'm gonna pray when I wake up, boom, pray when I go to sleep. Other than that, like I'm gonna just pray a little few times throughout the day, and just that's all I was worried about. So eventually it got to a point to where it was just like I was starting to, even though I was making a lot more money working these 2 jobs, it was like for whatever reason, it couldn't be kept. It was like, it was falling right through my hands. I don't know how did, like, the best way to explain it, besides it was a lot of personal stuff that I don't want to put on the internet. But it was just a lot of stuff going on in my life between those past 3 months. And it was causing me to lose a lot more money than I was making. So like I said, I was very, very stressed. I was very, very angry. I was going throughout the day, like, just like overstimulated every day. Every morning I woke up, I was overstimulated. Every time I went to sleep, I couldn't really sleep. I was always tired. Even when I was asleep, I would wake up, I was falling asleep while at work, falling asleep while driving. Like, it was a mess. I was completely overstimulated, and I was just, everything was just starting to like pile up to a point where it was just like, bro, I don't even know what to do no more. This is ridiculous. So boom, as of recently, I went to church. I actually, first off, starting 2025, in the middle of January, something in my heart was telling me, you need to go back to church. You need to get back around people. You need to get around people with the same spiritual presence that you're trying to seek to get to God, type of thing. So it was just like, in the middle of January 2025, I was like, okay, I need to get my mind right. I need to start going back to church. I need to sacrifice something so I can start rebuilding my relationship with God. Because if I continue with life like this, it's not going to go well. Like I said, I was always tired. I was always angry. I was fixated with money. My priorities weren't straight. My life was literally falling apart. And I felt my spirit literally draining from me because I wasn't where I used to be when it came to me and my personal relationship with God. So boom, January comes around. I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to sacrifice something, a job, anything. I need to sacrifice something so I can get back into the word and get back to church and go back to where I need to go. So I decided to make that decision. Okay, you know what? I need to stop working Amazon, especially Sundays, because I need Sunday to be the day that I go to church. Or I need that to be the day that I'm available for the Lord if he ever calls me for whatever whatever the reason may be. So recently went to church last Sunday. Actually, today's Monday, so last Sunday I went to church with my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend, even with her, our relationship was extremely tough. Our relationship was, we was going through the roughest of rough patches, especially in those 3 months. Everything looked fine and dandy, but like, we were like arguing every day, fighting. We were going through it until we went to church. So I told her, I was like, hey, listen, after one of our most recent fathers, like, hey, listen, this Sunday we're going to church. We're finna go see my honey. We're finna go see my papa. We're finna go to their church. I feel like this will be a good way for us to rebuild our foundation with the Lord in the middle of our relationship, in the middle of our individual lives, because we need to get back on track. I need to get back on track so I can get you back on track as a man of God. I need to make sure I'm straight so I can lead those around me. So boom, we end up going to church, and this is the craziest part to me, and I want to try to display a little bit of a reference. So me and her we went to church. Obviously, we went to church last Sunday, and when we got up that morning, I had this cloud, this angry cloud over my head. Like, I woke up and it was just like I was already aggravated. I don't know why. I woke up, I was already aggravated with the day. I was like, bro, I don't feel like going to church, but we need to go. Something kept telling me to go. I woke up aggravated. She was a little bit aggravated too, but it wasn't as bad as me. So imagine we're in the church, right? Now you guys can see I'm sitting in my car. I'm sitting in my vehicular device. When I'm in the church, literally I walk in, it's sunny outside, right? And I feel like this might be a little bit of a sign. It was sunny outside, but when we get in the church, it's like this window, and because the church is like, it's just imagine 3 windows, left, right, and there's one in the center of the altar. This side of the window, this window was literally, it was sunny. No, this side of the window was actually cloudy. The right window was sunny, but the main window, just imagine like the windshield of my car, or that right there, the back window, was cloudy. I lied. Left window was sunny and cloudy. It was weird. Sunny, cloudy. Right side was sunny. Middle side was cloudy. And just me looking at it, I felt like some weird connection. I was like, why do I feel like this is representing our emotions? Because when we went into church, my girlfriend was having a good time. She was relating to the pastor. She was relating to the word that he was speaking. She was very, very alive. She felt, at least to me, it felt like she was alive. She was alive during the word while he was talking and praying and doing what he was doing. He felt alive. And like I said, the window was sunny, and it was weird because it was just like, why is it? I've seen rain and sunny at the same time. That I've seen those weather conditions before, but it was just crazy how it was represented, and I'll explain why in the church. Like I said, she was alive, so the right window was sunny. But me, I wasn't really feeling it. I feel like the stuff that he was saying wasn't connecting to me. It wasn't what I needed to hear. He was just talking, and he wasn't talking just to talk. I'm not going to say that. But he was talking, but none of his words was like hitting me. You know what I'm saying? So now we get to like towards the end of the ceremony when he starts praying and he starts talking and he starts saying, like, you know, he starts asking like, you know, do you want to be saved? That type of stuff. So it gets to a point to where it's just like, I'm still kind of aggravated, but like I said, my girlfriend, she's alive. She's very, very like energetic. She's going with the word, and it's me, her, and my honey to my right. So boom, we get to the end of the ceremony-ish, and it was something that he said that kind of made me wake up. I felt like I was asleep. I wasn't physically asleep, but like my mind and my spirit felt asleep. Something that he said literally woke me up. Like I felt my body, I felt like this energy lift up in my spirit. And it was crazy to me because as I felt my energy starting to like go up, the middle portion of the window I was talking about earlier was starting to clear up. And it was just like I said, I felt like that was kind of like a representation of all of our emotions. Because like I said, I went into church aggravated, and it was very, very cloudy on my side. It was sunny on my girlfriend's side, but it was cloudy on my side. And as he was starting to resonate to me, he was saying something that was connecting to me deeper than I needed it to be. It was cutting me deep. It started to like, my window started to, like the clouds started to disappear and the sun started to beam through. So boom, now it gets to the point to where he's starting to pray, and honey is like, okay, do you two want to go up there for prayer? We both said, yeah, of course. We both go up there for prayer. We're holding hands going up. The women take her. They go to the left side of the church to pray. And it's one singular man that takes me. He takes me to the right side of the church. And we're praying. So he's saying, he was telling me, like, do you want to be saved? Is this your significant other? Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, yes, I want to be saved. I need to turn my life around for the better because I feel like I'm in a position to where I feel like I can crash and burn at any moment. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So he starts praying with me, and he was saying how I need to let Jesus, you know, fill me up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when he's praying and he says something along, I forgot the exact words that he said, but it was something along those lines about letting Jesus come into my mind and into my body. He touches my chest as he says Jesus' name. And when he said that, my chest literally, I didn't even inhale. My chest literally expanded by itself. I felt air fill my lungs, and it was like a breath of fresh air. And like, I felt air come into my lungs. My lungs expanded, and I felt like I could finally breathe. He touched my head, and I felt like this weight off my shoulders lift up. And I didn't even notice, like, when I sat down after that, well, I'll finish the rest of that later, but I didn't notice how when I sat down, how much of a weight was lifted off of me until I sat down. And it was like, I didn't realize that my shoulders were literally up here. I sit down, and I feel my shoulders just drop. I felt so much weight, like, lift off of me after that prayer. So we're sitting in there praying. He's touching my chest. Like I said, my chest expanded. He touched my head. I felt my head clear. Every negative thing I was thinking about prior to that day was gone. Everything was clear. I could think clearly. I could see clearly. My shoulders felt relaxed. Everything dropped. I felt good. And in that moment, it's like, dang, I'm not really the type of person to cry during church. For whatever reason, it's never happened to me. I can't cry in church. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I can't cry. But I did tear up a little bit. I got a little bit of water in my eyes when I felt, when I felt that overwhelming relaxation hit me. My girlfriend was crying. Her and my honey, they had a moment. They're hugging, they're praying, they're doing what they're doing while I'm sitting here praying with this guy, telling him I want to be saved. I was saying the Savior's prayer. I was in the zone. I was locked in, and I felt my body just feel so good after that. My girlfriend, she said that she felt good after that. She definitely felt something. We both just felt relaxed by the end of the ceremony, and it was just crazy to me because ever since that day we went to church, life has just been so good for me. Me and my girlfriend haven't been arguing. I don't think we've gotten in a single argument since we've been to church. We've been good. Money has been starting to recover, and I've been seeing the same number, 50, 50, 50, 50, the same number popping up everywhere, like in my bank account, and I even have an investing account that I use. I had money coming in from that. I even, like I said, like we're actually mentioning that I prayed after that week, and I was like, after that day, and I was like, hey, God, I'm a little short on money right now. It's a lot of things I'm trying to do in this upcoming week. This week, weekend we just passed. And I was like, I actually prayed. I was like, can you bless me with a little extra money? And that's exactly what he did. I had money coming in from this investing app that I use, money coming in from that I could use that day, like literally just came in. He said, boom, here's 50 you can use right now, 50 you can use, boom, money just coming in. I was able to take care of everything I needed to take care of stress-free. And I feel like the difference between me now and me then is me back then, I wouldn't have thought of, first of all, I wouldn't have resorted to prayer, first of all. Second of all, it was a lot of things that I would have been angry about, all the spending I've been doing, me just being reluctant to do things. But now it's like, I want to do things. Like now, I want to go out with my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend, we go out, we take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind spending the money because I know God is going to bless me with it. I know I'm just going to get it right back. I'm not really as fixated on money anymore because now my only focus is on God, and my only focus is making sure that I can be the best man of God that I can be, not just for myself, but for him, for my girlfriend, my mom, my siblings, all those around me. So now it's just like, I just think of life with a much more positive outlook ever since I've been to church. And now it's just like, ever since I gave my life back to Jesus and started taking care of my relationship with him, everything had just been so much smoother. And it's just like, I'm now at a point in my life to where, like I said, I'm happy. I'm not really as tired. Waking up in the morning, I'm able to make it to and from work and get through the day without being grumpy anymore. I just feel so much better. My energy and my mind is just in a much better place. And it's just like I said, that like when I was sitting in the church, literally seeing the clouds represent, I really feel like that weather represented mine and her emotions. Cause it's just crazy to me how like I said, that whole day I was aggravated. I go into church, it's cloudy, and like where I'm sitting, it's cloudy as heck. And then by the end of that, it's sunny, bright, beaming. The sun landing on me and my girlfriend, it's beaming. Clouds disappear. Like I said, her side was clear, but my side was cloudy. And this side was sunny and cloudy, representing us both. To me, it represented us both. The middle was cloudy, which represented me. The right was sunny, which represented her. This was both. And by the end of that, my side was cloudy. We all around sunny, I mean. So I don't think I'm reading too deep into it. I don't think it's a coincidence that I went in there and the weather cleared up at the exact moment I received Jesus back into my life. At the exact moment that I felt all this weight lift off my shoulders. Like, I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that's something that that God was really trying to display to me. Like, my emotions have a lot more power to affect things around me than I realize. It doesn't just affect me. Me being mad doesn't just affect myself. It affects all those around me. Everything around me, it affects. So it was just like, just me going to church that day, it just felt really good. It felt relaxing. I feel like I'm finally back on the right track to just recover a lot of the damage that has been done within the last 3 months, relationship-wise, Spiritually wise, number one. But relationship wise, financially, physically, mentally, like my body just feels better. Like I just feel like I'm in a much better place now that Jesus is back into my life and he is my number one, what's the word? Solution for all my problems. I don't think about things on my own no more. Like Jesus does the thinking for me. I resort to him for everything now. And I really hope that I was able to kind of help you guys understand a little bit what was going on in my life and how Jesus turned things around for the better. Because like I say, it just from that point on, I just felt so much better. And I've been receiving a lot of blessings, a lot. Me and my girlfriend have been receiving a lot of blessings. Even in the church, they were saying many blessings are coming your way. And literally that week after, so many blessings. I didn't have to struggle at all. This was the first week I feel like I wasn't struggling. Like I said, I was praying, I was doing what I had to do, and Jesus, God, took care of me. He made sure I had money for gas, made sure I had money for me and my girlfriend to go out this weekend and do what we was doing. Food, all of that was taken care of. And like I said, I kept seeing the same number, 50, 50, 50. And I even looked up what that means. I'm going to display it on the screen because I can't remember off the top of my head. But I don't think it's a coincidence that I kept seeing the number 52. I kept seeing it for like days straight. And even my girlfriend says she feels like it's a sign. So I'm going to put what the number 50 means. I'm not even an angelic number type of believer. It's just, but I don't think it was a coincidence that I kept seeing that number. And when I looked up the definition of it, it connected to everything that's been happening in the past week. So that's my little story time with reconnecting with Jesus, reconnecting with God, being saved again. I always had a relationship with God before. I believed I was saved before I believed in him, but I still felt lost in those last 3 months. Even though I had him before, I still had to be reconnected to him. And I had to remind myself what was important in life. Not money, not chasing after money, not living for money, but living for Jesus and letting him take care of all of my worries. And since then, everything has been chill. Everything has been peaceful. So, like I said, that's my little story time. I'm going to try to get a little bit of a display of what I meant by the windows. Like, I don't know how to I need to get you guys to visually display. Like, this side of the window was sunny and cloudy. That side was just sunny, but my side was just straight cloudy. And when my mind lifted up, everything cleared. But when I was in there angry, it was cloudy. I actually thought it was so cloudy, I thought it was going to rain, but it didn't even rain. I just truly feel like that was just my emotions just being put on display in the atmosphere. So, my message to you all, just make sure that you just stay in the word. You know what I'm saying? Just keep up your relationship with God and make sure that you're taking care of yourself spiritually and just have faith in God. That's what I had to learn in church. Have faith in God. Everything that I pray in, believe that it will be done. Don't just pray just to pray. When you pray, you have to believe in it. You know what I'm saying? So that was my biggest flaw. I prayed, but I didn't really have full faith in what I was praying in. I was just throwing it out there. But now, every word that comes out of my mouth in prayer, I know for a fact that Jesus, God, will answer it in his own way. And that's what's been happening. Like I said, life has just been good for me now. So now I feel like I can get back on track, especially with this content creation and taking care of myself, taking care of my family, those around me. And yeah, that's my quick little story time. I hope you all enjoyed. I want to obviously continue to express my love and my appreciation for God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit within the rest of my content. So I'm going to I will do my best to, have these little story times up as often as possible and give my 2 cents of advice, give my little testimonies here and there whenever things strike in life. But I appreciate you all for watching this video. I'm not really posting this up for the views. It's just something I really had to get off my chest because I've been feeling, ever since that day I went to church, I've been feeling it in my spirit that I have to get this out, record exactly how I felt in that moment and send it out for others to see. Because like I said, that moment in church when I was sitting there and I was angry and the word wasn't connecting with me, I just felt some type of way. it's just, my girlfriend was getting it. Pastor was talking to her. She was enjoying her time at church, but me, I'm sitting there like, bro, this ain't what I need to hear. But the moment he said what I needed to hear, the moment he said everything lifted off my chest. Everything lifted off my shoulder. He said exactly what I needed to hear. And since then, everything was good. So I advise you all continue to stay in prayer. Take care of yourself. Thank you all for watching this video. Like I said, we back to regular programming after this. Dang. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all in the next video.